Wanted to do a quick bow build guide. I've historically been a bruiser. I've recently swapped to bow. I'm not really liking where the things are going with the new patch and how they're nerfing bruisers into the ground. And so I've been working on this for a while. Played a war last night, got 29 kills, had a lot of fun with that. So I wanted to share this with you guys. So on the bow, I've been running Attunement Enchanted Jagged. This has been a best bow for a very long time, but there are other variants that people use. Some will swap Enchanted for Vicious. The main reason is your abilities can crit, and so with Vicious, your abilities can do more damage. With Enchanted, it only applies to your light attacks. But this bow's been really, really good for me. I find that I do a lot of damage with it. I also have this variant. Some people have been swapping Jagged for Keenly Empowered, which is really good. So I've been messing around with Attunement and Vicious Keenly Empowered, really focusing on ability damage. I just don't like it. It doesn't seem to be good for me. I prefer this bow with the Enchanted Jagged. I've been running this rapier on the off. I used to do a Sundering Riposte rapier, and it was strictly defensive. But lately, I've been kind of getting in there with the rapier, doing some damage. So this omnidirectional evade on the rapier does an insane amount of damage. I would probably swap Vicious for Enchanted if I could pick, but I got this one for like 75k. I think it's really, really good. Some people are messing with Hatchet off just for survivability. I have two that I've been messing around with. This is mainly for the refreshing social distance throw, just for getting away. Um, I don't like that play style, so I haven't really played with it much. I think this one's really, really good for playing around groups, Attunement Jagged, and Exhausting Infected Throw. So I've been messing with that some, but this seems to be the setup that works for me. On the armor, you'll see a lot of Resil Freedom EA pieces. That's what I prefer to run. Some people play Zero Freedom and play like Refreshing or Refreshing Evasion, which I think is really, really good, especially if you're playing around abilities and using Vicious on the bow. But this works for me. I got this head for about 200k from a seller on the trading post. Resil Freedom EA head, Resil Freedom EA chest. I got this for like 100k. I wish it was full dex just so I could drop my dex a little or my con a little lower when I'm playing around in OPR, but I got a good deal on it. Would probably go for like 200k if it was full dex. Resil Freedom EA hands and legs, both in medium. I got these for like 45k. So I think if you're looking for medium pieces that are not chest, you can snag pretty good deals. And so I tend to do that, and I just got a really good price on both of these. And then finally, I rolled the feet, full dex, Resil EA, Pin Rapid Shot. This took a little bit of time to roll, but they're definitely great feet. And so overall, I'm 5 Resil, 5 EA. I have Pin Rapid Shot on the feet, and then 4 Freedom to help me survive and get away from CC. I'm really, really happy with the armor. On the neck, I'm running health, stamina recovery, thrust protection. You can usually buy this neck for about 200k, 250k. I think I rolled mine. You have a 1 in 16 chance of hitting health if you force stamina recovery and thrust protection, at least according to the website. Your results may vary. You'll probably get divine a bunch and be mad because you paid, 10 to 11k a roll just in timeless shards. So I would suggest just buying it. But this will probably swap out for health, stamina recovery, fire protection after the patch with all the mages that are going to be running. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens with that. Jump down to the earring. I don't have a lot to say here. I think refreshing toast is mandatory. I think purifying toast is very, very good. I've been using nimble because with a bow you tend to dodge, heavy, and I think that keeps that going longer. Some people like regenerating, some people like refreshing. I don't have a lot to say about it. You got to decide what's good for you. This ring is cracked, okay? Thrust damage, keen awareness, those are illegal perks. You can't get them together, but you can from this named item. This is a great damage ring. The bloodletting actually goes really well with the bow, running keenly jagged. There's some other bleeds in the bow trees that are good. I like this ring a lot. It's great for arenas, it's great for duels. I actually ran it in a war last night. It does really, really well. A lot of people have been running Thrust and Mortal Empowerment, and then I don't know what third perk you would probably want. Don't really care. Mortal Empowerment's being nerfed into the ground. This ring will be worthless in about 2 or 3 weeks. What I'm interested in is will Invig Punishment Thrust be good? I think it will. I think Invig Punishment, Thrust damage, and something else is probably going to be what a lot of people are looking for on their bow, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see. Real quick on Rune Glass, you can see them running damage Rune Glass in both my weapons. I run Opal in both of mine. Um, I run Sighted Rune Glass in all of my armor for additional range damage. And then, of course, you can see I am fully warded against thrust damage right now. We're probably going to have to add some fire in there for the mages after the patch, so we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens with that. As far as Heart Rune, this is what I ran in the war last night. Vines is very, very good for supporting other groups. Also, if you get collapsed on, hit Vines, get out of there. So this was very, very good. Typically, if I'm solo in OPR, especially if I'm playing with Mortal Empowerment, I'll probably run Stone Form just for some survivability. If I have to get in there with a repair or if somebody jumps on me and I'm trying to protect my stacks, Stone Form's good. But I think in the grand scheme of things, you're probably better off running Vines. Of course, you got all your consumables here. Stat breakdown. I've been running 100 con, 410 dex with my food. Um, I would like to be able to run 50 con sometimes in OPR, or maybe Farm Wars, but I just don't have the right gear. I have, unfortunately, con here, con here, con here, and con here. Just I can't get there. So probably look to change out some pieces at some point. But 100 con's great. 410 dex is a lot of damage, and then you could go to 150 con. You get additional crit damage reduction from that, some more health, and you're super super tanky. But I just find the damage isn't good enough. What some people will do is drop to like 50 con or 100 con, build up their mortal empowerment stacks, and then they go to 150 con for survivability and use the extra damage from mortal empowerment to kind of offset the lower decks. But that's all irrelevant going forward. I mean, once they nerf mortal empowerment to the ground, nobody's going to run it, and so we're going to have to really focus more on the stats. We're not going to be able to rely on that damage from mortal empowerment. So I think I covered everything, guys. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.